front panoramic photography, but if you upgrade it to iOS 6 and you have an iPhone 4S or an iPhone 5, you might have a newfound interest in panoramic photos. Let's start with the basics and then I'll show you a few tricks. Okay, to start taking your panorama photo, you'll launch the camera app as usual, but then hit Options and select Panorama. Now you'll see that by default, your iPhone will take you from left to right, but if you want to do a panorama from right to left, just hit the arrow. I'll go from left to right though. Now, before you start taking your panorama, you'll want to set the exposure, just like you would any other photo. Obviously, you can't set it for the whole scene, but you can set the general lighting. So to start, hit the shutter button, and now your task is to keep the white arrow along that line. So try and go nice and slow, but if you go too fast or get off track, your iPhone will tell you. You can do a 240-degree panoramic photo, but you can really stop at any time by either hitting done or just moving your phone back a hair. That's it. So unless you have a really steady hand, it's going to be hard to keep that arrow straight. But that being said, you can create some funky photos by intentionally twisting your camera around to create a sort of distorted panoramic photo. And if you put your phone in landscape mode, you can create what's called a vertorama. Just follow the same method, tapping the arrow to change directions. Here's my favorite. Okay, I gave Chris my phone, and now he's gonna start taking a panoramic photo. I'll pose. And as soon as I'm out of frame, I'll run around him. And I'll pose in time to show up in another frame. We did it twice, but you can do this as many times as you want in a long panoramic photo. But in the end, you get a fun photo that's definitely worth sharing. And speaking of sharing, there are a number of ways to show off your panoramic photos. Message, email, photo stream, but if you want to give the viewer a different experience, check out the Tourist app, which utilizes the iPhone's gyroscope for viewing these wide photos. If you have any cool panorama photos to share or any tips I missed, hit me up on Twitter and check out more how-tos at howto.cnet.com. For CNET, I'm Sharon Vaknin.